You know what sucks? When a game comes out, and it just gets buried under the flood of big AAA releases. And it's almost always the indies that suffer the most. But even with all that unfairness, some of them still manage to break through and win our hearts. And today, I'm talking about exactly those games, the ones you probably ignored, but absolutely have to try. Let's dive in. In a future where a mysterious force called the Miasma has twisted the American landscape into something unrecognizable, a young mechanic named Elvis sets out with his robotic brother Diggs to uncover the truth behind the catastrophe and find their missing mother. Armed with a strange glove that can control the Miasma itself, their journey winds through ruined towns and broken remnants of old-world technology. Society clings to survival under the rule of the First Family, a technocratic elite hiding secrets behind a polished facade. Along the way, Elvis and Diggs encounter strange allies and dangerous enemies, from frog-worshipping cults to scavenger gangs, all while trying to make sense of a world that's long since lost its balance. The game blends real-time exploration with thoughtful turn-based combat. You can sneak through enemy territory, set ambushes, or go in guns blazing. Every encounter rewards careful planning, with cover, elevation, and character abilities playing key roles. Powers linked to the Miasma add another layer to battles, letting you experiment with wild and unpredictable tactics. The game Ascent is set in Veles, a massive cyberpunk arcology where corporate rule has crumbled, leaving the city in chaos. As an indentured worker, you are caught in the power struggle between factions vying for control, forcing you to fight for survival while uncovering the truth behind the Ascent group's sudden collapse. Combat features twin-stick shooting with cover mechanics, allowing you to wield a variety of firearms, explosives, and cybernetic abilities. Destructible environments add a tactical edge, while character customization lets you enhance your skills through cyberware upgrades and stat progression. Veles is a sprawling metropolis filled with neon-lit streets, bustling markets, and high-tech corporate zones. Whether exploring solo or in co-op, you will encounter ruthless enemies, shifting alliances, and a world shaped by power and conflict. Imagine waking jolted in your apartment to chaos unfolding outside and a sardonic hovering companion urging you into motion. You are Babyface, a former operator of the city's darkest criminal network. Only you have no memory of your past. The drone, Droney, insists that you're a sleeper agent sent to prevent the city's takeover by midnight. What follows is a pulse-quickening odyssey through the night, draped in neon, grime, and unexpected twists. As you sprint through 40-plus meticulously designed encounters, the world reveals itself piece by piece. Gang alliances, betrayals, and your true identity emerge between terse exchanges and flashback interrogation scenes. The raw thrust of the experience lies in the combat. Every strike and finishing blow flows with uncanny fluidity. You learn new moves through a sprawling skill tree, unlocking devastating counters, execute finishers, and even shrug off bullets. Progressing feels like unlocking your own signature style. What truly sets the journey apart is how environmental interaction becomes another weapon in your arsenal. The backdrops reflect the escalating insanity. You'll dodge sniper lasers on rooftops, sprint through raging port zones, weave between speeding traffic on a moving vehicle set piece, and even endure a pillow fight masquerading as an ambush. Through it all, a relentless soundtrack by Noise Cream pounds with bass-heavy electronica tailored to each stage, adding grit to every bruising blow. You find yourself in a futuristic city where immortality is basically a product. Consciousness can be transferred from body to body, but only if you can pay for it. You step into the shoes of Detective James Cara, who, after a serious accident, gets a new body and gets pulled into a murder investigation. The case slowly unravels, not just the crime itself, but also the hidden motives of the elite and a twisted system where the rich keep living while the poor disappear. Alongside your partner Sarah, you try to uncover who's behind the crimes and how this unusual system even works. The gameplay revolves around exploration and investigation. You move through locations, examine crime scenes, and use a device called the Reconstructor, which lets you rewind moments in time, view events from different angles, and uncover hidden clues. You examine evidence with scanners, connect the dots on your investigation board, and piece together the chain of events. Conversations with characters affect how the investigation progresses and what endings you can reach. Your main objective is to gather information, make sense of it, and slowly reveal the truth about the immortality system. The game is a pure detective story with a futuristic setting, neon-lit streets and high-tech gadgets that make you feel like you're investigating a world where death is a commodity and memory and identity lie at the heart of everything. In this game, you will play as Lloyd, a slender, stripped-down figure, tumbles into a lucid nightmare he cannot awaken from. Each time he drifts off, he is pulled into a strange, monochrome realm that distorts reality, where gravity shifts without warning and every surface might become his pathway forward. The narrative unfolds in silence, with no dialogue or clear exposition. The dreamscape itself speaks. As Lloyd navigates these surreal settings, an underground subway, a derelict theater, a moving train, he learns to defy physics. Walls and ceilings become walkable planes. Rooms can be rotated on a whim, upending expectations. This manipulation of perspective both enhances mental challenge and deepens the sense of dislocation. Over time, you will encounter hostile entities, but you won't have the ability to fight back. Lloyd has no weaponry. Instead, he must sneak and plot his path around them. The stealth moments are tense but measured, relying more on timing and planning than on reflexes. DarQ is a surreal journey that challenges your mind and nerves, leaving a lasting impression long after the nightmare fades. In a world that not long ago knew peace and tranquility, fierce bursts of sunlight have become a deadly threat. Humanity is forced to hide in the darkness, venturing out only at night. Your home is the only sanctuary from the scorching sun, but even here, your safety is never guaranteed. Every night, strangers knock at your door. Some seek shelter, some seek company, and others plead for help. The difficulty lies in the fact that among these strangers are not only humans, but also the visitors, creatures that have emerged from beneath the earth. They may look human, but their intentions are unmistakably malevolent. During the day, you carefully scrutinize your guests, conversing with them on various topics in an attempt to discern their true nature. At first, recognizing them won't be easy, but over time, nightly TV reports will teach you how to identify them. Each day brings new clues, and based on them, you will face difficult decisions, ones that determine not only your survival, but the fate of others as well. At the same time, you gradually feel how constant danger changes you from within, challenging your moral boundaries and testing your capacity to remain human. In a universe unlike any other, strange creatures called the Trebum live under the constant threat of a massive and unstoppable force known only as the Eternal Cylinder. This colossal, rolling behemoth crushes and consumes everything in its path, reshaping the landscape as it moves forward. The Trebum must constantly adapt and evolve to survive this relentless onslaught, discovering new forms and abilities that allow them to overcome the dangers scattered throughout their environment. The journey through this bizarre and ever-shifting world is filled with moments of both wonder and peril. The Trebum explore vast and mysterious territories, encountering remnants of an ancient civilization long vanished. Along the way, they uncover secrets that hint at the origins of the Eternal Cylinder and the fate of their ancestors. Each discovery pushes them closer to understanding the true nature of the threat pursuing them. The tension builds as the Eternal Cylinder draws nearer, forcing the Trebum to make difficult choices and face challenges that test their resilience and ingenuity. This journey is not just about escaping destruction, but also about uncovering a deeper truth hidden within the strange world they inhabit. The fate of the Trebum is intertwined with the mysteries of the cylinder itself, making their quest an impactful story of survival, transformation, and discovery. In an alternate 1980s Soviet Union, the streets are ruled not by ideology, but by the brutal grip of the Russian mafia. 4 Romani street fighters earn their living in the underbelly of this empire through illegal bouts. Their lives take a dark turn when they are abducted by government forces, subjected to cruel experimentation, and injected with a potent addictive drug known as Necro. This substance grants them monstrous strength and heightened senses, but at the cost of their sanity. As they break free from captivity, they find themselves in a world where the line between reality and hallucination blurs, and survival becomes a fight against both external enemies and their own deteriorating minds. The journey unfolds across 8 harrowing levels, each more perilous than the last. Combat is visceral and unforgiving, drawing inspiration from classic beat-em-up games. The unique mechanic of Necro adds a layer of strategy. Syringes filled with the drug can be used to heal wounds, or to enter a berserk state, significantly enhancing your strength and speed. The game's pixel art style is gritty and raw, capturing the chaotic and brutal nature of the world the characters inhabit. In Shadow Warrior 3, Lo Wang, after accidentally unleashing an ancient dragon, finds the world crumbling as demonic forces spill into the remains of civilization. Racked with the sense of guilt, he vanishes from the spotlight, until a visit from his old rival pulls him back into the chaos. Their mission takes a sharp turn after crossing paths with a mysterious sorceress and reviving a long-lost companion, only for everything to spiral further out of control. The story doesn't stretch too far, but keeps the pace tight, laced with wild humor and bursts of unexpected sincerity. What really drives it all is the slick, high-speed mix of swordplay and gunfire. Cutting through demonic hordes refills ammo, while blasting them down restores health, creating a rhythmic cycle that rewards aggression and precision. Finishers, earned by building up a special meter, allow for brutal takedowns that rip unique temporary weapons straight out of defeated monsters. Movement is just as vital. Wall running, air dashing, double jumping, and using a grappling hook keeps each combat zone buzzing with vertical chaos. Visually, the game leans into colorful absurdity, neon-soaked landscapes with a twisted sense of style. Strange creatures, blood-slicked arenas, and mystical ruins create a surreal backdrop that manages to feel both grotesque and strangely beautiful. The game concludes within a focused 6 to 8 hours, delivering a steady rush of adrenaline from start to finish. A colossal alien structure, known as the Metahedron, suddenly appears in Earth's orbit, drawing the curiosity and urgency of humanity. A specialized team is sent to investigate, but the mission takes a harrowing turn when the Metahedron transports one of their members, Dr. Kate Ward, to a distant, unknown exoplanet. Alone and stranded in this alien environment, Kate is driven to discover what happened to her team and to unravel the mysteries this strange world holds. On the planet, Kate faces a relentless array of dangerous creatures and unpredictable landscapes. Drawing on her scientific knowledge, she crafts powerful weapons and gadgets from the materials scattered throughout the environment. These tools harness elemental forces, allowing her to exploit the planet's unique conditions and the weaknesses of her adversaries. As she ventures further into the planet's depths, Kate uncovers traces of an ancient civilization long vanished, but still echoing through cryptic symbols and messages. These clues hint at a deeper connection between the Metahedron and the planet's history, revealing layers of an unfolding story about survival, sacrifice, and cosmic intrigue. The journey is relentless and filled with danger, but Kate's determination and resourcefulness propel her onward. Each discovery brings her closer to understanding the enigmatic force that brought her here, and the role she must play in the fate of both worlds. Soulstice is an action RPG set in a dark, grim world where a pair of sisters, Briar and Lute, fight to reclaim a city overrun by terrifying creatures called wraiths. These wraiths, born from the Veil, have corrupted and possessed humans, turning them into powerful enemies. The sisters, reborn as chimeras, now are the world's last hope. The physically stronger sister excels in brutal melee combat, while younger sister has now become a ghost with mystical powers and can control the battlefield with her unique abilities. Together, they are a formidable force, embodying the synergy of their combined souls. The game features fast-paced combat with a dynamic battle system, where you will control both sisters simultaneously. Briar unleashes devastating combos, while Lute manipulates the battlefield through ethereal powers. The game also allows for deep customization, where you will be able to upgrade weapons and abilities, further enhance the sisters' combat effectiveness. The game's world is influenced by classic Japanese fantasy art styles, giving it a visually stunning and eerie aesthetic. Set in the golden age of piracy, this thrilling adventure follows a daring and charismatic pirate captain known for his audacity and relentless pursuit of fortune. When a local magistrate's daughter is kidnapped, the captain embarks on a bold rescue mission that leads him and his loyal crew through treacherous seas and dangerous islands. The captain's journey is filled with perilous challenges, from intense naval battles with rival ships to clashes on the shores, where he must prove his prowess in sword duels and physical confrontations. Along the way, the captain navigates complex relationships with both allies and enemies, as decisions made in the heat of battle can shape the future. As the adventure progresses, opportunities for growth present themselves. New skills can be learned, weapons can be upgraded, and strategies can be refined. The captain's courage and resourcefulness are constantly tested, but his quick thinking and ability to adapt ensure that each step of the journey is unpredictable. Beyond Hanwell drops you into the decaying remains of London, a desolate, fractured city where reality unravels and every shadow carries weight. It's a psychological survival horror experience that digs deep into the strange and the personal, where the world around you bends in unexpected ways. The story continues from Welcome to Hanwell, pulling you closer to the truth behind a cryptic figure known only as the Director. But the path isn't laid out in a straight line. The city opens up, letting you discover fragments of its past in your own time. The narrative draws on themes of trauma, identity, and recovery, shaped by personal tragedy, which gives the journey an added emotional punch. Combat is sharp and gritty, with a dual-handed melee system that makes every fight feel tense. Ammunition is rare, so you're often forced to use whatever you can find, even the environment itself. Monsters, called anomalies, don't just go down easy. You'll have to burn them, fry them, or smash them with whatever's at hand. One standout mechanic lets you splice DNA from these creatures into yourself, unlocking strange new abilities. It's a risky move, but it changes how you can face threats, a solid balance between power and consequence. There's no cluttered HUD to distract you. What you see is what you get. No markers, no hand-holding, just the decaying streets, flickering lights, and the ever-present dread of what might be around the next corner. In November 1989, as the Berlin Wall fell, a scientist named Nora embarked on a search for her missing colleague, Walter. Her investigation led her to a secret facility, where she discovered Walter had activated a device called Atlas, which transported her to a parallel dimension where time and reality were twisted. Surrounded by mechanical beings and remnants of a once thriving civilization, Nora uncovered the dark consequences of unchecked technological progress. As she explored the desolate city, Nora uncovered the secrets of its downfall and the ethical dilemmas faced by its creators. Her journey revealed haunting encounters with robotic denizens, forcing her to confront complex questions about identity and responsibility. The game highlighted atmosphere and storytelling, pulling you into a world where every corner held mystery and every encounter mattered. You step into the shoes of a being literally crafted from letters. In a world steeped in shadows and desolation, you piece together words to reshape your surroundings, bending reality one phrase at a time. Spell on and an elevator awakens, form down and gates lower, or build love to shield yourself from creeping threats. As you progress, those once simple puzzles evolve into layered conundrums, demanding cleverness and wordplay. You might summon rain to extinguish fires, pull apart letters to sabotage traps, or race through timed sequences where a single wrong step means failure. The narrative unfurls without dialogue, relying on melancholic environments and handwritten typography, stretching across industrial ruins, hushed machinery, and war-torn ruins. Minimalist storytelling paints a stark dichotomy. You're punching absence into hope, pushing back against an oppressive atmosphere dominated by malice. Sophisticated dictionary puzzles appear later, words that backfire when devoured by malevolent letter creatures, forcing you to rethink your approach. The rhythm alternates between peaceful puzzle crafting, urgent chase or escape scenes that get your adrenaline pumping. This game delivers a profound sense of hope in this bleak world, reminding you that even amidst darkness, every word carries the strength to rebuild and resist. In the unsettling world of Darkwood, you awaken as a nameless figure, trapped within a mysterious, ever-expanding forest. A strange plague is turning inhabitants into grotesque creatures, and your primary goal is to escape this arboreal nightmare. The game unfolds from a top-down perspective, offering a unique vantage point that keeps you guessing what's lurking just beyond your line of sight. Your daily routine involves scavenging for supplies, fortifying your hideout, and crafting tools to aid in your survival. Darkwood doesn't rely on cheap jump scares. Instead, it builds a persistent sense of dread that seeps into your psyche. It's a game that challenges you to think, adapt, and question what's real, all while trying to keep your limbs intact. If you're up for a survival horror experience that gets under your skin and stays there, Darkwood is waiting for you. Figment invites you into a dreamlike world that represents the inner workings of a troubled mind. You take control of Dusty, the personification of courage, as you journey through vivid and often strange environments that mirror thoughts, memories, and emotions. Unlike typical action games, Figment blends platforming with tactical combat, where every encounter is a test of timing and strategy. Enemies here aren't just obstacles, they embody fears and doubts, each demanding a unique approach to defeat. The combat system encourages experimentation with combos and situational tactics, making fights feel fresh rather than repetitive. As you explore deeper into this mental landscape, you'll unlock new abilities that not only improve combat, but also help solve puzzles scattered across the surreal world. These puzzles are not your average brain teasers. They're designed around the game's core theme, turning abstract ideas like anxiety or hope into tangible challenges you must overcome. Figment's world is alive with symbolism and unexpected details, rewarding curiosity and careful observation. The way it visualizes psychological struggles makes every step feel like a meaningful part of your journey. Blair Witch, set in 1996, 2 years after the original film's events. The story follows Ellis Lynch, a former police officer and war veteran, as he joins a search party in the Black Hills Forest near Burkittsville, Maryland, to find a missing boy named Peter Shannon. Accompanied by his loyal dog, Ellis navigates the dense forest, confronting his troubled past and the unsettling mysteries of the forest. The gameplay combines survival horror with psychological elements, presented from a first-person viewpoint. The bond between Ellis and Bullet influences the narrative's progression, leading to multiple possible endings based on your choices. In the year 1962, you are dispatched into an extinct volcano aboard your atomic-powered probe, Little Orpheus, on a secret mission to reach the Earth's core. 3 years pass in silence before you suddenly re-emerge, astonishing the Soviet regime. Interrogated by a stern general, you spin an incredible yarn about how you saved the world, but conveniently misplaced both the bomb and the capsule. What follows is your tall tale, recounted in vibrant flashbacks, bursting with colors. From the moment you begin retelling your journey, the dramatic narrative unfolds like a serialized film from another era. Despite its modest challenge level and repetition, the entire tale carries you forward thanks to visual brilliance and storytelling flair. This is less about gripping gameplay and more about witnessing a vivid, absurd, and funny odyssey, a theatrical monologue from a reluctant hero using his imagination to stave off doom. Whether the story is truth or artful exaggeration, the spectacle of it is worth the ride. In the peculiar world of We Happy Few, the sun never sets on the illusion of happiness. Set in an alternate 1960s Britain, the town of Wellington Wells thrives on a collective denial maintained by a mandatory hallucinogen called joy. This drug paints over the bleak realities of a society haunted by its past, replacing them with vibrant hallucinations and enforced cheerfulness. The townsfolk, adorned with permanent grins and white masks, live in a state of artificial bliss, oblivious to the crumbling infrastructure and the moral decay beneath their feet. The narrative unfolds through the intertwined stories of 3 individuals: a man seeking the truth about his missing brother, Sally Boyle, a chemist entangled in the very system she helped sustain, and Ollie Starkey, a former soldier battling his own fragmented memories. Each character's journey peels back layers of the town's dark secrets, revealing the price of conformity and the cost of remembering. Their paths cross and diverge, painting a multifaceted picture of resistance against a society that punishes dissent with forced medication or worse. Gameplay blends stealth, survival, and exploration, challenging you to navigate a procedurally generated world where appearances are deceiving. choices carry weight, influencing not only immediate outcomes, but also the broader narrative arc. Beyond the main storyline, additional content delves into the lives of other residents, offering fresh perspectives and gameplay mechanics. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you want to support the channel even more, grab me a coffee over at Buy Me a Coffee, link in the description. Catch you in the next one, and thanks for the support.